When I was a kid, I used to spot an ant that was running in my paper, and I used to draw lines. And whenever that ant used to see that line, it immediately used to deviate from its straight track. And then it started to deviate, and I drew another line. The ant saw that line and it started to deviate to another path. Now, this might be tough to hear, but you are as stupid as that ant. I am making this video for my past self who used to go out and cold approach women in order to attract them. I want him to understand that there is a better way. Most men think that they are smart enough to handle the problems they are facing in their dating life. They start to focus on their looks, money, status. They start to upgrade their communication skills so that they can get beautiful women in their life. However, you are just an ant who is hallucinating a problem that actually does not exist. In this video, you are going to learn that your terrible dating life is just your own hallucination. And if you can learn to look clearly, this terrible dating life will reshape itself until it actually becomes amazing. But people around you are not going to recognize that you have become awakened. Instead, they are going to think that you are getting luckier with women. So, the first thing that you have to understand is consciousness is the one and only reality. All the problems that exist in your life came out of your own consciousness, and all the solutions are going to come out of your own consciousness as well. And when I say that solutions to your dating life is going to come out of your consciousness, I do not mean that you need to become smart. I do not mean that solutions are going to come out of your intellect. Let's talk about the problems that exist in your life. Have you ever had an experience where you were arguing with someone inside of your own mind, and then you started to get in the feeling of anger or confrontation inside of your own mind? You forgot about this mental drama, but soon enough, this argument, this confrontation actually happens in your real world. Everyone's got this experience, but still, people forget about this. People forget that their problems in their life, their terrible life circumstances, are just a result of the terrible mental diet that they have feed to their own consciousness. So, if an imagined mental drama combined with an intense emotion can create a terrible life circumstance, can an imagined mental drama combined with intense emotion of joy and happiness create wonderful life circumstances in your life? This is a question that you should be curious about. As an experiment, what I want you to do is night after night, start imagining that you are already living your perfect dating life. The girls that you want are already in your arms. These beautiful women are already trying to touch you and kiss you, and start to feel satisfied, start to feel relieved, start to feel joyful, start to feel grateful, and then fall asleep. Now you're feeding this imaginal act plus elevated emotions to your consciousness, and I have already told you that your consciousness is the one and only reality. Now your consciousness is obliged to outpicture whatever you have imagined into your screen of life. You are just a petty little ant. You're too stupid to solve problems of your life. Just delegate all the problems of your life to the consciousness. Just start imagining that your problems have already been solved. What are the things that you're going to do in your life after your problem will be solved? Start to mentally rehearse this mental drama, and soon enough, your consciousness is going to interact with each and every atom of your physical reality until everything that you want, everything that you have visualized, actually materializes in your physical world. You are too stupid to figure out the means and methods that your consciousness is going to use to solve your problems. In fact, you will be compelled to act right, to move into one event after another until you actually achieve your perfect dating life. Women in your world are going to be compelled to notice you, to compliment you, and to fall in love with you. Everybody will lose free will once you start feeding this amazing mental diet of imaginal act plus elevated emotion to your consciousness. This is why yogis called our physical reality as Maya. our life circumstances, our physical world is just an illusion. It is Maya because it can be completely controlled by our disciplined mental activities. And I understood this during COVID lockdown when I was struggling with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and some days I just felt like I don't even want to exist in this world anymore. But then I found a book called The Biology of Belief. This book introduced me to an idea that my emotional state is always upregulating or downregulating my genetic expression. I started to immerse myself in the study of mind body connection, and all the experts were telling me the exact same thing, which is my emotions and my thoughts not only control the genetic expression of my body, but it is actually influencing my whole reality, the life circumstances, the people in my life, everything in my physical world. When I learned this, I stopped going out and cold approaching women in order to attract them. I stopped studying all these weird psychology books in order to fix my mental health issues because I knew that any problem would solve itself if I learned how to tap into my own consciousness through meditation. Meditation is just an act of persistently imagining that you are already living your dream dating life until it actually shows up and materializes in your physical world. But before diving into meditation, there is an uncomfortable fact that you must know about this world. There are three types of men in our world. The first level of men is called the uninitiate NPC. This guy does not understand that he is just a petty little ant that is trapped in this world of three dimensions. He thinks that he is smart enough to figure out the problems of his life. He thinks that looks maxing, money maxing, status maxing, social skills maxing is going to help him attract beautiful women. But his dating life is going to suck for a long time until life decides to initiate him by exposing him to these kinds of videos. Then he has a chance to ascend to level 2. The level 2 man is called the awakening creator because he now starts to awaken to the fact that everything comes out of his own consciousness. So he does not need to use his intellect to solve the problems of his dating life. He starts to swim along the flow of the current of the river instead of trying to go upwards. So he starts to meditate, he starts to visualize. However, after he comes out of his meditation session, he immediately falls back into desperation. He immediately checks his phone to see if that girl has texted him back or not. But there is a third level that is called the master alchemist. This is where you should aspire towards. He completely understands that feeling is the secret. He has learned the art of yoga nidra. Yoga nidra is just an art of relaxing your body and mind in such a way that your breathing rate slows down and your brain starts to become receptive. In order to do this, you just guide your attention through your body parts one by one. Then he has mastered the art of visualization. He can vividly imagine that he is living an amazing dating life. He has a disciplined attention, so he mentally rehearses this imaginal act over and over again until he starts to feel the elevated emotions of satisfaction, joy, victory, and thrill. The best part is, after his meditation session is over, he is not desperate. He simply lets go of the outcome and he is confident that the world is going to reshuffle itself until whatever he has visualized actually starts to happen in his physical world. If you want to experience what it is like to become a master alchemist, I have created the emotion pill, not as content, not as motivation, but as guided meditation experience. I have kept this paid on purpose because free information is just going to create spectators, but a paid experience is going to create true transformation. If you want this $100 video course, then you can just text me in the link that is present in the pinned comment section down below. Just send me the text emotion pill and I will provide you all the details. I also offer one-to-one coaching and that's going to be premium and personalized. If you want it, just send me a text in the same link down below.